All right. Hello and welcome back, adventurers. If my readings are to be believed, I am officially out of hyperdrive. My reactors are locked in recharge mode, and we have established an orbit around our nearest celestial. So it's time to get going, time to stream. First and foremost, as always, thank you for everyone who's followed, liked, subscribed, followed. I think I said followed. And all the good things thus far. You know, this honestly, I wouldn't be able to keep doing this without you guys, so I greatly appreciate it. Also, thank you to our latest follow that popped up and hit that follow button while I was off stream in between warp jumps. I appreciate it. And excuse me. Without let's see here. Yeah. Thanks. I guess I don't really have a follow-up for that one. So what happened last time, aside from my space cat now bothering me? Abby's wanting attention. So what happened last time? Well, last time we had some interesting PvP activity with our executioner build. We got into 2 fights with our dreaded enemy corporation, Yelga's corporation. I can't remember it offhand. But we went ahead and ran a couple fights with Yelga. We fought against a breacher with the executioner and won by defanging him and neuting him out. And then we fought against Tristan, which, because of my poor manual piloting skills, and honestly probably more than that, but at the very least my poor manual piloting skills, we got blown up. So it was a lot of fun, a lot of good times. Also, there wasn't a lot news-wise, so that was unfortunate. You know, that's just how it goes sometimes with Eve. There were some Sov map updates, which this time around I checked. There are no Sov map updates, so nothing to report on that in particular. However, there are other pretty important updates, actually, in the form of the CSM17 has been, you know, our seats have been filled. The elections have been held. The ballots have been counted. Huge shout out and congratulations to Jinx Decare. Jinx Decare. I'm still not sure how you say your name, Jinx. I apologize. For winning one of the slots. Also, Mark Resurrectus, our resident wormhole aficionado, big wormhole guy on the seat. So we finally have a wormholer on the CSM again, which is great news for all of us that delve into the deep black of Anoikis. Beyond that, we've got the Galente Federation Day. We're going to kind of touch on that. Of course, there are also some patch notes related to Galente Federation Day. And so, yeah, that's pretty much going to be it. Aside from that, gameplay-wise, we're going to get into the Punisher. I did touch on the Punisher, kind of went over a build. I believe we actually also even bought a build on the Punisher for PvE. We'll probably go ahead and give that a shot, see what we can do, see how it goes. And I'll probably be running PvE on the Punisher for the entirety of the rest of the night while we're live, just because his reserves are a bit low. So it's going to be good to bolster that back up before we get into PvP with the Punisher, hopefully on Monday. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop on over. We'll boop on over here, and we'll check out the news. Boop! All right, so welcome to CSM17. Greetings, New Eden. The noble citizens of New Eden have spoken, and after tallying the votes, we are delighted to present you with the 17th Council of Stellar Management. We welcome all the new and previous council members and are looking forward to continuing our close collaboration with the community on another exciting year in EVE Online. They have the listing of the CSM members here, one by one. What I did, though, is I went and found this, which shows everybody, and I guess it's how many votes each one got. So as you can see, Casimir, Luke Anian, Angry Mustache, Brisk Rubel, Kenneth Feld, Storm Delay, Pandoralicia, Arcia Elkin, Mark Resurrectus, and Jinx Decare all have won the CSM seats for this 17th round, 17th cycle. Congratulations to all you guys. This is their portraits, their in-game portraits blown up a little bit. And like I said, I think these numbers are actually how many votes they've won. So you all can kind of get a better look. The Eve article specifically says where they all came from. Like Storm Delay came from Horde Vanguard, which is in Pandemic Horde, that alliance. Mark Resurrectus, Holy Roman Empire in Turbo Feed or Glory. And we've got others too, like there's Casimir from Gunwaf from the Goon Swarm Federation. Brisk from the Initiative and STK Scientific. I've actually never heard of that corp. I have heard of Brisk before, but I didn't. So I don't know if that's like a newer corp or what. That's actually pretty cool. I like that name. And then of course our own Jinx Decare. Who's not here? Where is he? Yeah, here he is. From Brave Newbies Incorporated, from Brave Collective, the Alliance. So like if you really want to kind of see who all comes from where, definitely check out the actual article, because the article shows, oh, of course, now it double columns for me. The article actually shows you like those specific details. This year we saw 30,814 confirmed votes, with the players from the following top 15 countries leading in the number of votes cast. So we have the USA, United Kingdom, Germany, China, Canada, Russia, Australia, Japan, Netherlands, France, Sweden, Poland, Norway, Denmark, and Austria. The USA quite literally had the most votes by a long shot. Looks like you got Germany, China, and the UK just kind of really in that pot pretty close together. Canada, Russia, Australia were kind of pretty close as well. So it kind of tapered in votes in little groupings. So that's actually kind of interesting to see. On another note, we love EVE Online, so it should not come as a surprise to anyone that the average logon time among all players who participate in the CSM elections is a little over 178 days. It is awesome to see such a continued, unwavering passion over the years from you. Heart. The next few weeks and even months are going to be dedicated to the onboarding of all CSM members. It is an important period where we will go over all the ground rules and ensure we are on the same page in terms of expectations from one another. Therefore, even if the new council is an immediate effect, please be reasonable with your requests and understand that it may take a few weeks before everyone is up to speed. Thank you to all of those that voted, and fly safe, 07. Mark, hear me out. Pirate data and relic sites in high-class wormholes. Okay? Yeah? No, I'm kidding. Jinx, I expect Atrons to be Titan level and to just be blocks of bread. Okay? We can do that. I think Brave can do that. No, again, I'm kidding. It's great. I'm glad that this has been through. I'm glad both Mark and Jinx won. Jinx and Mark won. It really makes me happy to see that both the people that I was really rooting for have made a seat. And from what I'm understanding, the other ones that have won a seat on the CSM17 are also like really good, like really just kind of up there in terms of like what they know that the game needs. They've got a lot of passion for their specific areas, for their specific fields. So I really look forward to seeing how this whole thing fleshes out. And now that I've actually kind of got an ear on the ground with someone that's pretty proactive in a corp, in an alliance that I'm actually a part of, it's going to be interesting to see kind of how all of that meshes and melds together, what kind of things we get to hear about, you know, and that kind of stuff. So obviously I know there's going to be a lot of like OPSEC and things that they can't say, but even still, there's a lot of stuff I'm sure Jinx is going to be able to tell us within the Brave Collective. So it's just going to be kind of an interesting thing all around to see kind of what gets posted, what gets told, how the flow of information works. I'm very excited to see how all of that kind of fleshes out. But all right, let's get to that. Our next big thing on the docket is the Gallente Federation Day that has returned. Proud Capsuleers, Gallente Federation Day returns, running until the 28th of June, offering you the chance to grab login rewards, take part in new challenges, and pick up some special offers. Federation Day Parades. The glorious Federation Day Parades return for 2022, offering pilots the chance to show off their firework flinging skills at parades in the Luminaire, Villor, Dodixie, Lursalton, Alantane, Orval, and Octanev systems. I really nailed those. Also returning from last year's celebrations are the special Mining Blitz events and stunning monuments where you can pay tribute. A new Gallente Grand Prix. This year's celebrations also go hand in hand with a special Grand Prix event. While you raise a glass to the glorious Gallente Federation, why not take part in a race around New Eden to further show your support? Cloudy with a chance of carnage. No event would be complete without a fresh new Proving Grounds challenge to tackle. Taking place between 24th and the 27th of June, this Proving Grounds event focuses on turret damage and includes an intriguing new twist. A huge tachyon cloud at the center of the arena provides a 300% boost to velocity and a 50% reduction in ship inertia, as well as finessing your ship fits. You'll also need to play carefully with this environmental effect if you're to emerge victorious. And speaking of tachyons, remember, as you watch this stream, you earn tachyonic particles, which are this stream's channel points that you can use to just do cool things in the stream. Or actually, I don't remember specifically what I put in there, but I mean, there's some neat little things. So check it out. You know, could make things interesting. Who knows? All right. And then on the 25th of June, you can also enjoy a player-hosted event taking place in Luminaire from 1800 UTC. Throw your fireworks around, light up your ships, and wow the crowd to earn cash prizes and a selection of skins. There will also be a bonus trivia quiz, poster design competition, and plenty more besides. Head over to the thread on the official forums for all the details. Free gifts and new challenges. Log in for at least 8 days during the event, and you'll earn a selection of skins and boosters. Fresh seasonal challenges will also be available, giving you even more opportunities to earn rewards. And then, of course, there will also be a special sale and the return of Federation Police skins. So there's an option to pick up some skins. There. So on the New Eden store, or the Eve store, wherever it is. Let's see. Last but not least is the patch notes. They did release patch notes. Pretty much the main thing is that since the event began literally today, they released a patch to update that. Let's see here. It's the 239th Federation Day, an annual celebration of the founding of the Federated Union of Gallente Prime. Festivities across Federation space will run until downtime on June 28th. 28th? Okay. The Federation Grand Prix has returned. So it talks about essentially how to do it. It challenges this event challenges Capsuleers to travel across New Eden to a series of landmark locations, with 3 courses beginning and ending in Luminaire. The first journey around each of the 3 Grand Prix courses has no time limit, and completing the first loop around all 3 tracks will unlock all the season rewards, including new Luminaire, Zenith skins, Quaif Zero, and a new Grand Prix boosters, and new racing jackets. And then there's time trials. Let's see here. So things like that. They kind of gives you essentially the different details behind it. Daily log-on gifts are available. Special warp velocity bonus will apply to all capsulers traveling within the Gallente Federation regions. Let's see. The other thing would be the parades have returned. It talks about where they're at, which was what we just went over. The mining expedition sites have returned and can be found within Kiartane, Algental, Osnus, and Malogir constellations for the duration of the event. To celebrate Federation Day, new strategic material defender skins for the Gallente industrial ships have been added to the Federal Strategic Material Loyalty Point Store. Okay. A new Gallente landmark site can be found within the Ralatos system, and the Operation Highlander battlefield site in Luminaire has been updated. And then there's also going to be a Proving Ground event that will be running from the 24th to the 27th of June with a Thorax free-for-all format. The 24th to the 27th. That's actually going to be a week, so I will probably make sure that the ticker is updated so everybody is notified ahead of time. Probably starting with Monday, just so you guys are prepared. And that's pretty much it. Pretty big event for the Gallente. It's good to see. Every race, every faction, they have their own event like that. So it's really good to see that all the major stuff is just giving life to New Eden, right? So that's pretty much it as far as that goes. So let us boop it on over. Boop. There we go. Shut this off. Push this over to the side. Also, I should probably point out, last week I completely forgot that I had to manually control my ads, so I apologize for not controlling my ads. I just went live and just went for it. I totally had a moment there. I mean, my ADHD really took over on that one, honestly. Which I honestly do actually have that. And sometimes it's just hard for me to manage everything all at once. I try really hard, really hard, but sometimes I don't get it right. And last stream was definitely one of those days. So I apologize for that. I'm going to do better today for sure. I've got it up. I got it managed. I'll let you guys know before it hits. I'll try to mitigate as best I can. Before we get started, let's go for a server pulse. We got 15,000 accounts logged in right now. Whether or not all of them are players behind keyboards, only Bob knows. Aside from, let's see here, I need to do this. Drop this over here as well so I can actually see chat. Okay. I think we are good from here. Just there we go. That should be okay. Okay. Now that I thoroughly can't see my screen anymore. Perfect. Okay. So what happened? Let's see here. What we did last time is we went over the Punisher right before we went off. I'm going to kind of go ahead and recap this a little bit because I know I went into a lot of other things in great detail with the Punisher. The big things you want to remember about the Punisher is that it is the only ship in the frigate lineup, on the T1 frigate lineup specifically, that has the +4 bonus, +4% bonus to all armor resistances. Armor specifically, because the Caldari have one that does shield, and it's got a 10% reduction in small energy turret activation cost, and both of these are tied to your Amarr frigate bonuses per skill level. So they do raise the higher the skill level is on your Amarr frigate, which invariably also means that you can apply any kind of weapons as long as it's a turret-based weapon to the ship. In this case, I went ahead and went with these are artillery, so these are projectiles. I also did not buy ammo. I apparently bought I bought crystals though, so go me, I guess. All right, let's see. Let's load up the phased plasma. Let me go into simulate real quick, and we'll see just kind of what works. I mean, we do want phased plasma, so we'll buy let's see, what did we find? It's 2080. We probably want like 500. Let's just buy 1,000 each. We'll buy 1,000 of this, just so we have it on hand. Let's do, what was it, depleted uranium? Let's see here. Yeah, I think it was. Okay, I also didn't realize it did different damages too. Nuclear. Rotom. I think depleted uranium was another one. Let's go ahead and buy 1,000 of this too. And I believe titanium is Sabbat rounds as well. No, wasn't that. Was it EMP rounds? I don't think it was lead. Might have been fusion.
Today's forecast. Pirate activity seems higher than usual. Please fly smooth as you exit this station.
Well, let's just go with what we have. Let's go with that. It's probably not perfect. In fact, actually, I know it's not perfect, but I think this will be fine. So I guess then the real question is, like, what are we going after? Well, now with this being a Punisher, I would first like, because I can tell you right now, and some of you that have been following have also seen that, you know, we can clearly do abyssals. We can do T0s for sure without too much of a problem. We can't really do T2 mission. Well, we can do T2s somewhat okay. They're not as great as they should be, but they're decent enough. But probably like after tier 2s, like you really want to get into something that actually burns your enemies down faster. So I really want to try something that we don't normally do. In this case, combat anomalies, we know that we can't really do anything more than like a burrow in, say, an executioner. However, like a Sancha burrow or Garissus burrow, I think is what we found. That's probably going to be well within our capabilities. So I'd like to start there. First, let me get to the right place. Yeah, Garissus refuge. So let's start there. Because if we go into a hideaway, it's easily gonna be able to crush that. Let's see, we got 2 refuges. So let's go ahead and try a refuge and see how we turn out. Let's either look for a burrow or a refuge. Is a good place to start. And then if we get a burrow, we'll go ahead and run it, see how it goes. If the burrow runs well, we'll go for a refuge. If the refuge runs well, we'll go for a den. Just to kind of get ourselves an idea. And again, I'm not using typical lasers like you would think to find. I'm using artillery. I'm using projectiles, Minmatar weaponry in this. I've also got, hey Yelga, yes and no. It's more like just to see where the Punisher kind of hits its limit. A little bit of that more than anything else. But, you know, so I'm going to try, I've got a burrow next door. I was going to try that. But with projectiles. So not lasers. What has the world come to? I'm using not lasers on an Amarr ship. But yeah, for now it's more or less not full on farming yet, at least. But it'll probably turn into that. Uh-oh. Where was it? There it is. That is an Astra house. Ah, there's no core. Okay. There's a refuge there. And a hideaway. Let's go ahead and head to the sun and see if we can see if anybody's there. There is a caracal, and I'm betting that's where they're at. Yeah. Yeah, I'm almost positive there. I may also try to dip into low sec. Yoga, just because I would like to see if it can handle like the den or maybe a yard even, just depending. Let's head over here. There's a couple of spots right there. that doesn't work. There's 5 anomalies there. So. Hideaway. Okay. They're a little bit too low. Oh, and before I forget, there's some skill points here. Let's do... Didn't really give us a whole lot. It's all right. Okay, well, interestingly enough, that's actually a drone assembly. That is directly in line with a refuge. Let's see if... Go to it. Go here and see if I can.
Warp drive active.
Because I'd much rather take on a drone assembly. I'm almost positive that I keep this. It's not.
Warp drive active.
It's interesting since there was a Gila on my D-scan. There's also a Varger on my D-scan though as well, so I guess we'll see. All right. Decimators. Basically, in this one, I would think that our pretty much our option would be make sure we maintain transversal. So we are wanting to kind of move ourselves away. The way they are coming at us. And boop, just like that. Perfect. Same thing here. We load up some depleted uranium. They are pretty far away. We want to make sure we can hit them as soon as possible. And then as soon as they're getting close enough, we just smash him in the face with some artillery. Pop, pop, pop. Just like that. Again, same thing. These guys are pretty far away. Let's see if we can take advantage of that range. We're doing pretty good, honestly. Actually very happy with this overall outcome. So that one's obviously an indication that our transversal is actually pretty low. I'm surprised it didn't. We actually didn't do that much damage to that one. Let's fire a few shots over there. And took out quite a bit there on that one. All his shields. And they're gone. Okay. So whew. Man. Now you're probably wondering, why do I like drones? Because I don't think I've mentioned it before. They do omni damage, which means all you have to do is resist to everything, or fill as much resistance as you can. And the other thing is too, you can do omni damage to them, any kind of damage, and it will all affect this pretty much the same. There are some minor variances to the whole thing, but by and large, that's pretty much the standard you would need to worry about sticking to. Go ahead and load phase plasma since they're so close. This is the third one. We got Sunder Alves. Those all look like they hit very well. It was a good shot. Ooh, very nice. All right. Ooh, good shot. All right. And as we can see, no loot. However, we killed everything on the field without too much effort. So I would call this a win. Drone assembly equal to a Guristas refuge. Doing all right. Can find a den, which may be a lot more difficult. Point of system. Things can happen. do. All right, let's try there.
Warp drive active.
Okay, we are at about the 15-minute mark.
Warp drive active.
Box streams here with you and Jinx. All right, good deal, Yaga. Let me know how it goes. I'm expecting some really good bread from Jinx. I'll probably have to like watch the VOD or something.
Warp drive active.
Hideaways and refuges.
Warp drive active.
Refuges and hideaways. Oh, just there. Let me see if I can find. What I really need is like. There we go. Let's do that. See if maybe we can find our way over to a den. And then start moving into like any kind of like hidden den or something like that.
Warp drive active.
Previously hidden hideaway. There is a den. Go ahead and go here. And let's load up some depleted uranium. There are quite a few ships. I think we're okay.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, I think we're okay. This doesn't seem to be what they're after, so. Entry guns. Okay, yeah, let's do this. We're gonna start here. We're gonna start heading in that direction. Oh, gosh. First thing we want to do is take out those missile batteries. They wasted no time. And I have been scrapped. My goodness. I got scrapped again. Okay, well. This is definitely not what I thought it was going to be.
Warp drive active.
Okay, well. We thankfully got out of there as quick as we could. That did not work out like I thought it would. But that's okay, because this does let us know the limits of our T1 frigate here. And honestly, that's actually pretty good to know. So the den is probably off the table, which means the refuge would be the lowest we could do. Excuse me. We have so they probably went there. But that was very, very interesting to note. And also just as interesting to note is the hull repper that doesn't really do anything. It takes so long to actually get to the point where it can repair your hull. Another thing I didn't expect. So, yeah. However, we do know that this particular ship can run T0 abyssals effectively. We also know that the Executioner can run T0 abyssals at least to some degree as well. I will probably do at this point, this kind of concludes this test almost explosively, is go ahead and run back to Jeddah, re-equip this particular Punisher with the ability to run the T0 Abyssals again and put it back to Samela where it belongs, because we did originally lose our Punisher quite some time ago, and it never did get replaced. And then we'll go ahead and actually do a clone jump, I think is what we need to do. To perimeter, yeah. Might do one in perimeter. Just to get back relatively quickly. Actually, I'll probably stay in Samela from there. Let's go ahead and run back to Samela with some cargo. Get us equipped. Specifically what we can utilize. I need electrical. Specifically, I need tranquil electrical. Got 12, so I've got enough for 4 runs. Number 6. Okay. Let's see if those ever sold. Okay, so we did buy a few more. Okay, so we got a little tidy little 50K from that drone assembly. Swapping.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Okay. Interestingly enough, I'm not sure why. Since I can get 5.1. want out of this. But it's not something I'm going to sell right away, so we'll just wait. That one. No, we didn't have a hull repper. Modulated energy beams. I think from here I can actually utilize Tech 2 version. So let me go ahead and drop this in. Excuse me.
Pilots, please be careful of the debris as you are undocking, and remember to turn your shields and armor hardwires on before exiting the station.
Please take extra care during our renovation works.
Still running into a problem with that. Don't I have... I should actually have... combat log. Gatling pulse lasers 2s. I don't think that was it. Okay, that was...
care during our renovation works.
Hey, welcome back, Yelga. Oh, frick.
Pilots, please be careful of the debris as you are undocking, and remember to turn your shield and armor hardeners on before exiting the station.
Yeah, none of this seems right. Cap control circuit 2s.
Please note, sleeping in public places is not allowed. Personnel who are found sleeping in a public area will be retrieved immediately.
Just can't find what I was looking for. But I think it was this. Sun Federation Federal Defense Unit.
Pilots are reminded not to engage in
They. Huh, cool. More of it came in. 0.2 sec. Scion. No, it may not have been that. Here we go. I think it was the automated VHF. Oh, no. You know what?
Sleeping in public places not allowed. Personnel who are found sleeping in public area will be treated immediately.
No, this was that special one that we built. That didn't. So yeah, it was actually this one. Okay. Let's see. Oops.
Welcome to Vegeta Trading Hub. Please note there has been reports of scammers in the local area.
So we have a quad leaf. We do not. I don't think we had a warp scram though. Only thing. I think it was a battery. So maybe it was not that. It may have actually been this particular build, just modified slightly. That's the case. It would have been built like this.
Please fly safe as you exit the station. Jitta Trade Hub is not responsible for monetary loss due to local chat scammers.
Unless I have it in my PIFA build. PIFA build. See what happens when it comes up. Okay. There we go. Okay. Nothing in that one. Small armor rep, small 1A. Energy burst, and ox nano pump. So I have ox nano pump, cap control circuit 1. So I need an energy burst aerator. Let's put that there.
Today's forecast. Pirate activity seems higher than usual. Please fly safe as you exit the station.
I had a quad lift restrain, which is not what that is. Quad lift. Small compact. And then I did have the modulated pulse energy beam 1s, but I don't necessarily need that. I could use the focused beam, or actually I could use the here. Use the dual lights. I think the only difference,
Pilots are reminded not to engage in unlicensed government schemes, and that all
I think the only difference is going to be damage modifier. So you really want the beam laser 2s. Compact, small ACMs. Well, what about doing afterburner? That gets it a little bit closer, and then I just have to worry about CPU. And for that, I might be able... Spec 2 gets too far away. Perhaps extruded compacts. Yeah, that gets it right there. I actually might be able to do a heatsink too. Okay, so I could do a heatsink 2 and an extruded compact. And that would do. CPU on this is just a little bit too high. Just because I'm curious, what about... No? Republic fleet? No? Okay. think the extruded compacts or the I think the enduring armors don't actually do. Guess they do the same amount. It doesn't legitimately make a difference. Just because I'm curious. Wow, that really raises it up. All right. Do extruded compact. Okay. That should be fine.
Jita Trade Hub is not responsible for monetary loss due to local chat scams.
Aurora will do that. Okay. So yeah, that could actually work. Let's see what I've got as far as none of that. Okay. Got some Imperial Navy multi-frequency and some ultraviolet. I don't actually need that. I do need the Imperial Navy multi-frequency.
When doubling your ISK, remember every ISK counts.
Okay. Let's see what I need to buy. And then we'll see about taking with us what we need. So save that to the side. Okay, clearly not gonna need those. Got an ancillary. Don't need that either. Back. That's an enduring. So I actually didn't. The only thing I really don't need is the Punisher itself. Let's see here. Okay. Put that right in there. Okay, so that takes care of all of that. Grab some standard as well, just to make sure. Everything. Yeah, that'll work. Okay.
Pilots are reminded not to engage in unlicensed ISK doubling schemes and that all items
we'll head in that direction. Pick up those. And then we'll start doing some of these abyssals. Try to start recovering some of that ISK.
Warp drive active.
Okay.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Jumps, but I think we've only got like about 8 jumps before we hit tar. We can collect on those.
Warp drive active.
Oh. Apologies. Okay, ours next up. So a lot of downtime getting to this point. Oh. I missed the last ad. That's my fault. Got sidetracked with trying to build this. So, apologies once again on that. Like I said, I am trying.
Warp drive active. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Well, I should just take all these back. It's fine. Okay. Oh.
Warp drive active.
Struggling.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Oh. Thank you, Misa. Oh, did it meet it? I didn't get announcements. No, that's not right. That's weird because my channel says that I've got 74 followers, not 75, so I'm a little confused as to why that is.
Active.
Let me... check my data. Because it's actually a stream elements
Active.
ticker counter. That's strange that it's saying that. And don't get me wrong, it's great. If I've met it, like, woohoo, you know, it's cool. We'll have to do something to celebrate that. I don't think that it has. Mm.
Web drive active.
Yeah, the system. That's strange. I wonder why the session is saying 75, not 74.
Web drive active.
Mm. Oops. If that updated, or if that takes a second to update. Mm. Okay.
Web drive active.
Well, I told it that I was at 74. So we'll see if that makes a difference. That was kind of weird. They also just did a bunch of updates on their back end too. Originally it was saying 74. So I'm not sure what changed. It's really kind of thrown me off. Hmm. That would be a browser. Let's see if that does it. No, that did not update. That's so strange. Okay, well, we did make it to Samela, so at least there's that.
Web drive
So yay.
docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Okay, now that we're back here. here. Change name. We'll just put it with that name for now. It's 49. We've still got quite a bit here. Must have come prepared for another Punisher before we had to leave and go to Jeddah for all those times. All right, let's pick us up. Get 15. That should be enough. Let's do elite. All right. All right, let's get ready to do some abyssals. Let's run some T0s. Frigates. Come on. Do the thing. There we go. Okay. Now we're going. All right. That didn't take long. It's about 2 minutes. There we go. Oh, guess I've got to do something else. Really? Telling it to go and it just doesn't go. Okay, well, now at least it's doing what I wanted. Sort of. Why aren't you turning around? So strange to me. There's our origin conduit. Okay, so we've done this in a little, about 7 minutes total. Netted ourselves $1.8 mil. Not bad. Oops. let's go to the next one. We'll just run through these for a little while. Some Navy multi-frequencies. I really just blow these out of the water. It's actually pretty consistent this time around, which I'm very surprised to see, honestly, all things considered. It's good to see, though. Whew. Let's see if we can do some to this. Sort of able to hit it, but it seems to be moving very quickly. So honestly, I'm kind of surprised about. Well, yeah, they definitely don't want to die. I would say that's true. It's just chasing me all over this map, which is strange. There we go. But I will definitely admit that was a bit more of a strange encounter than I think I've had in a while. So I am glad that that's over. Ah, yes, a striking Damovic. There we go. Okay. Not bad. And away we go with yet another run. Hmm. Ooh, wasting no time, I see. that was a bust. Circle back around and grab that because I didn't quite catch that. It's just taking way too long to get done. Don't like that. Yeah, I don't think it closed it. No, I did not. Okay, I went to go check my ads, and sure enough, there was already an ad running. Sorry about that. We are back, so at least the pre-rolls are disabled for another 10 minutes. So that's cool. That's always good, at least. Good news is we're just now getting to the 5-minute mark in this, and I'm just about at the end of this particular run. So at the very least, there's that. We're doing good there. So really? Well, good. I'm glad you didn't get an ad. I don't like ads personally. If I could take them off the stream, I most certainly would. So, me personally, I'm psyched that the ad didn't play for you. No wonder it took me out. I think that's all right, let's see how much we've got now. 4.7. Yeah, you're right. Ad revenue is still revenue. It just kind of disrupts the content flow, and that's the only reason I really don't care much for it. So other than that, I mean, pretty well just fine with it, no matter how it wants to play itself out. All right, use another one. Activate. I had this up in the foreground. I had the web page up in the foreground, and then I put it in the background temporarily to look at something else, and I never pulled it back up. So I got distracted. And by the time I remembered, we were already going through the ad roll, based on what it told me at least. So if you didn't get one, Misa, it's all good. I told you to go. Why aren't you go? Yeah, there it goes. Okay. Works for me. That looked like that was quite a bit. So yeah. Oh, a little tiny thing that appeared beneath me. Okay, well, okay, that's not so intrusive at least. That I'm okay with. Yeah, those are okay. I agree. Hey, that looked like a blueprint of some kind. I didn't quite catch which one, but that's all right. Come on. Shouldn't be having this much trouble with this thing. There it goes. I'm just kind of all over the place in this map, in these maps today. It's almost a mil on its own. Okay. Pre-rolls back on, it says. Why did it stop attacking? I should have gone with the Gatling gun. Would have had higher tracking, just lower damage. There we go. But all in all, about 8 minutes. I am gonna take this moment to
Warp drive active.
go back and drop off the loot. Figure out. Well, it could just be me. I'm actually pretty tired.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Oops. Keep doing that. I'll just keep it open. It's fine. Alright, we will give this a couple more runs.
Warp drive active.
Okay. There we go. Let's get some Aurora back on here. just have to wait for the lasers to do their magic. I might go ahead and switch out from the gleam just to make sure. Tracking. Not too bad. Go. One more to go. And then we be back. Then we will be back in K-Space. All right, and that one we actually did in about 5.5 minutes. Pretty good run. 5.5 minutes, and we got 2.3 mil. So we actually did really, really good that run. Assemble. Okay, one more. There we go. Okay. Oh, I'm still hitting it. We'll go there. Here. Dry meal. Oof. There we go. Takes care of that one. Okay, should be the last room. not want to go down. Okay. Well. Looks so serious. I am. I'm actually getting pretty tired, Misa. I think that's part of it. This was actually the last run, so that I was wanting to do tonight. And we got quite a bit of ISK, so all this will have to be turned in at some point. All these things. I'm actually going to go ahead and head back from here.
Drive active.
I am having an extremely hard time staying awake. It has been a very long day for me, so, and due to the fact that I still have even more to do, we'll actually take off that electrical. Another 3.9, it's about 4 million ISK on top of what we already have. That's actually very, very good. For everything that we've done.
Permission requested.
Yeah, it's concentrating on staying awake.
Docking request accepted.
So let's go ahead and see if we can get like an overall haul amount real quick before I call it. Stack. I want to keep my tranquils. We'll sell the calms. So got more tranquil electricals, and we got some tranquil firestorms building up, which is great, along with some tranquil gammas. All that's really good. Here's the surveys, the crystalline isogen and 0-point condensates. About 16 mil. That's actually really good. That's a really good haul for doing like 5. You know, so that's a pretty decent run. And it took us maybe about an hour to get the 16 mil, give or take a little bit. So I mean, that's all right. Not including whatever else we have around here that needs to get sold, because apparently we have quite a bit. I just don't know exactly what it is. I think it's these. These were 11 mil. And I'm not actually sure what else is in here. Okay, those are 4 mil. Yeah, so we've apparently got a few other things in here that are worth quite a bit. We might look at consolidating and getting rid of / selling. So yeah, from here though, I am going to go ahead and call it. I hope you all have an adventurous weekend, and I will see you in the verse. Next time we'll just get back into more PvE with the Punisher, try to get ourselves more ISK, because we really need more ISK before we can keep going with the frigate lineup. All right, bye guys.